How are we feeling about exams? There is so much to learn, it is ridiculous. I was a mess. We've always got to do better on the next. Basically, I forgot how to use a thermometer. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I thought I would do an exam vlog just to kind of vlog what exam season is like here. Today is Wednesday and I've got my first kind of proper exam in terms of like the exams in the next 2 weeks, which is my OSCE. So we've got 4 stations instead of 8 and they're all going to be kind of one after another. So I've got mine in the morning. So yeah, it's nice to get that over and done with. But yeah, we have 2 more exams left and then we are done with last year. We've got our another 2 written papers, so one's next week on Wednesday and the other one's next week on Friday. And basically between after my OSCEs and now I will be prepping for them. There is so much to learn, it is ridiculous, like it's just insane, but I will talk to you guys about that later. But yeah, if anything, I will catch you guys either just before my OSCEs or after. Okay, so it is a couple of days after the OSCE, and I'm really bad at vlogging, and I've also been at the library pretty much every single day now, so that's why I haven't vlogged. OSCEs, were they? They were an experience. Yeah, it was our first time doing OSCEs. Obviously the last time we were in those like suites was when we did our interviews. So yeah, it was almost like an MMI, but like much worse because we had like stuff that we had to know that we had to do. I mean, we were just tested on really the things that were mentioned in that email, and then there was a bit of a curveball with one of the stations that I kind of just like, oh god, what do I do? I definitely did mess up certain things, but like it's so annoying when you walk out of the OSCE suite and you're like to yourself, I've forgotten confidentiality, or I've forgotten to ask their name, or like something like that, and I came out of every suite just like I was just like, oh my god, I've forgotten how to do that. Yeah, it was just something. And I think definitely with the clinical skills stuff, obviously we haven't had much practice individually. Obviously we do go in and do clinical skills, but we don't obviously all get the same amount of exposure. Like some of us will do more than others, some of us will lead it, and it's just obviously, yeah, basically I forgot how to use a thermometer. So I know it's stupid, but it happens. Like it was honestly just a stressful situation. It doesn't count towards anything this year, which is good. If anything, it just gave us the exposure that we needed, because obviously we'll be doing our skis next year. So yeah, nothing against them, but I think it was just nice to have that experience with PC Pies and doing the clinical skills that we've been learning, because that's all I have to say for OSCEs. And then the next thing is the written exams, which I'm not looking forward to, but I will catch you guys the day before my actual thing and I will let you guys know how I'm feeling. So yeah. Hey everyone, so it is the morning of the exam and we're nervous. That's okay, because nerves are good. But yeah, I think if anything, I'm going to go into this and just try and do my best. If there's anything I've realised doing revision over like these last couple of weeks, is that there is so much content, and sometimes you need to kind of pick and choose what is worth learning and what isn't worth learning, which has been really hard because obviously we don't really know what's going to come up. I'm going to try my best to not get upset if I don't actually understand or know the question, because sometimes things like I really struggled this year understanding concepts and applying them. And but yeah, anyways, we are going to Tesco's now. Me, Mel, Amy and Ginny are going to go grab some breakfast. How are we feeling about exams?
Not great.
Why?
Because
I don't know why I'm asking why, but
I don't know any drugs.
we're doing vlogs.
What time are we going?
Mel, how are you feeling about the exam?
Very scared.
Very scared.
I can't afford to be over.
How are you feeling about it, Ginny?
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good, but that's okay.
No.
What is wrong with you? Okay, so we're back from the first exam and I kind of have to sum it up as an experience again, just like my OSCE. It was not what I expected it to be, and it's something, you know, sometimes when you can gauge just like if you've done okay, if you knew what you wrote, I could not gauge any of it. Like I just was spouting so much rubbish that could come to my mind. It's actually a joke. But yeah, it was okay. I'm not as stressed as I was a couple hours ago. Like, if you saw me, I was a mess. But yeah, that's really just all I have to kind of say about that exam. It doesn't actually give us many hints to what's going to come up on Friday, which is a shame. So we're back to like solely revising everything again for another 48 hours. But we're nearly done. Oh god, I don't know, it's our last exam. We are done with first year in basically a couple hours, which is crazy to say because I still remember like my very first lecture at uni. Today we've got our SBAs and EMQs, so they're like all the multiple choice kind of questions. I don't know if I'm excited to finish first year, but then I'm also like really nervous and I just don't really know. My heart just dropped before I started filming this and I was like, oh god, I haven't done enough revision, because I feel like we had done our first exam and because we had revised it so hard for it, like, and then none of it came up. I feel like a lot of us were stumped with what to actually revise in between like Wednesday and today. I think in terms of like revising for this one in particular between Wednesday and now was like much harder. So I'm kind of breaking it, to be fair, but that's a different problem. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, the smile on my face is one thing, but like inside I'm just like freaking out. But it's okay, because I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back, and I think a lot of us should. I feel like a lot of us are working, like, we are so hard on ourselves because of just how tough this degree is. And I know it's so rich coming out of my mouth because I sit here and complain about how much I don't understand and how much I don't know about this degree, but like, I'm looking back, and since like Easter I've put in so much hard work. Since Easter I have worked my butt off. I have dedicated so much time to try and do well in these exams, and I really hope it pays off. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough when, like, especially with Wednesday's exam. It's not the time to get upset. One didn't go as well, so we've always got to do better on the next. But that's okay, because yeah, I've got a lot lying on this exam, so I really hope that I do well. Okay, so it is much later. Exams are done. We are done with first year. I just have no words for the exam I have just sat. It was horrendous, to say the least. Like, I felt like I don't even know how well I've done this year. Like, that's what's scary. Like, these two exams, I just feel like I have not understood anything. Like, I just didn't know what was going on, and I left out so much and I kept guessing, and I just feel like it's so sad because I revised so hard and I feel just like now it's out of my hands. Like, I've done the exam. Like, I've got to wait till July now to like get my results, but I am just so scared because it could go either way. No one enjoyed that exam. Not that you'd enjoy exams, but like no one enjoyed that exam like at all. And I am just hoping that I do not have to come back in August and resit. Like, I am really hoping I don't have to resit. Like, it would actually break my heart. I don't want to start talking about it because I'm going to get upset, but like, it will break my heart if I have to actually come back and resit, and I don't want to because I've already resat once and the feeling is just not great. I know it's not going to cost me a whole year, but you never quite know. But we are done with first year, as I've said for like the 100th time. Everyone is going out tonight. It is going to be good. Like, all of us are going to have a really good night, and I am just hoping that now it's the good time to just sit back, relax. Like, if there's one thing I am so happy about now, is the fact that I have my life back. I feel like all of this time I've been revising for exams, especially since Easter. I've been at the library 24/7. I've not been sleeping well. I've not been eating properly because I'm like, I'm at the library, I need to revise. I need to do quick fix ready meals. Like, I haven't cooked in ages. I feel like I want to have a nice lie-in and know that I'm not going to feel guilty about waking up the next day and not doing enough work. Like, I finally get to have my life back, and I don't really know how else to kind of describe it. Now I can like look after myself and just take this summer, because I think we all damn well deserve it, because we've been through such a tough year. And if any of you guys are watching and you guys are in my year, like, we've all worked so hard. We've had such a bad year, and like, we've made it, so it's just really good, and I'm like very proud of every one of you, as much as cringy as that could be. But I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this and just getting an insight into like what I felt like during exams. Obviously it's very different to like what we usually have. Anyways, I love you guys and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.